Yeah.
All right. Hello. Good evening. All right. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear me? Is this Denise?
Yes, it is.
All right. So, well, we have Denise with us. We have Aisha. We have Zane. All right. So we would be starting in about 3 minutes, right?
Okay.
We just give folks a little more time to come in. Um,
Mm-hmm.
let me just share a little bit on what we would have done today in studio, and I think help us have an even better understanding of why entrepreneurial training is so important, right? So Homegrown was invited to do a radio interview today. I think this would have been part of their consultation, right? Post budget, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So they had different folks on the program speaking to different issues like um, culture, entrepreneurship, and one of the things that really stood out to me is from a system level, really don't understand what entrepreneurship is, right? And what happens is that because of how we have really been cultured, and what I would do, I would ask my friend Denise if you could mute your
Well,
right, okay, yes, yeah. The system really does not understand entrepreneurship, and we as a people don't have a full understanding as we should, right? Because a lot of the conversation today would have centered around what would have taken place in the budget and what the government needs to do to make things better for the people. So like one of the questions they put towards us was, how do we feel about the entrepreneurial ecosystem as pertains to incentives and job creation? So ideally, the question is asking, do we feel there are enough incentives? The government is putting enough incentives in place for entrepreneurship? And is the government doing enough to really create employment? So you see, even within the question, we still have this mindset that it is the responsibility of the government to create jobs for us, which is a complete opposite to what we are really mandated for as human beings, right? We were made to have control of our own destiny and our own lives. And an entrepreneur is really not someone who is sitting down waiting for some other entity like the government to do something to get them the life that they would really like to live, right? So as much as we have a lot of people doing business, we really have few entrepreneurs, people who are real, true visionary leaders who are able to create the type of business systems that don't depend on incentives, right? But rather, they create businesses that attract investment and create job opportunities for others, because that is essentially what an entrepreneur does. But because for so long, we have really been cultured to just educate ourselves to get jobs that ideally the government or the private sector, which a lot of us love to hate, right, creates for us. And what we really trying to do with HomeGrown is encourage all of us to really take full control of our destiny, right? So we have more folks in. I'm seeing Narissa. Hello, Narissa. Yes, all right. And we want to help you create your own business systems, right? Hi, Natalie. Okay, and when we say business systems, this is not saying that you are someone who doesn't have a job, right? This is also one of the misconceptions, because we feel when we think entrepreneur is somebody who not working for anybody else. But ideally, whatever skill you have, whether you are employed with an agency or you are doing your own thing, right? You should be developing and creating business systems. You should be working on developing multiple income streams. So entrepreneurship is very important, and I'm very happy to see all of you on board. And I will not take up any more time, right? So let's head straight over to Kevin from SITS, Sandy's Innovative Technology Solutions, who is really going to be offering his expertise on this free training and this entire training course, which is going to run for about 7 weeks. All right, so Kevin, Sandy, sir, the floor is yours.
All right, good night, everyone. Welcome to this wonderful training program. I trust that you saw the introduction before. I'm seeing some people who I know, some people I'm learning about. And this really, as Kevin was really saying, is something that the nation, people in our nation needs to learn. How to be entrepreneurs, how to create their own entity, whether it's on the job or on their own. Important thing is that you're creating it and it's so viable that people want to invest in it, people are interested in it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to going through the details of the different areas of technology you can use to fast track how you get things done in the new economy. The new economy is a technology economy, and we learn about that as we go along. All right. So I hope that you are seeing my screen now. All right. So this, I did the introduction before, where which I showed on the video you saw, about e-commerce technology and the different e-commerce technology systems are what we're using to create businesses in the new economy and also to create it in a way that is more efficient. Now, the first part of that, I'm getting a feedback from someone. Someone's need to mute your mic. Thanks. All right. Now, when you're putting up a building, most contractors will know the first part that you really want to deal with is the foundation. And you actually spend sometimes about half the time working on the foundation than you spend on all the other parts of the house. Because you know that if you get that foundation in any way wrong, the whole building will have to come down. All right. The niche research is the foundation of the modern technology system. In 1999, Bill Gates wrote a book called Content is King. Well, that was then. Content or product was king. So people will focus on creating content or creating products for that economy. The new economy, if you focus on creating products, you will keep running down money for the rest of your life, trying to get paid. If you, however, seek to find an audience, or you try to find prospects, or you focus on finding a need that you want to fulfill first. Then you are creating a base or foundation that will allow your business to scale on its own. As a matter of fact, in the present economy, you could have customers even though you don't have a product because of how the system is designed. A lot of big businesses are failing because they're trying to push more products and the customers are not buying because the customers understand that the products are not meeting their needs. And that's the first thing we have to do. We're going to find out how to deal with that. So in niche research technology, we're trying to find prospects who are searching for solutions to their specific needs. Note that word specific. Their specific needs, wants, fears, and frustrations. Now, these are people who are actually already experiencing a problem and they are about trying to find the solutions for those problems. All right. The technology allows you to find people that are around the world looking for those problems. Now, if you are looking in your village, you can just walk around the houses and ask questions. If you're going through your country, you can take a drive every now and then and go and find people or go through different community groups and different meetings and find people. It'll take a while. But when you're talking about finding prospects from around the world who are looking for your solution, who are looking for something to alleviate or bring relief, you have to use something instead of flying on a jet plane, flying on a plane, you know, every day, you know, trying to go to different countries or different villages. You have this technology that can do the hard work for you. All right. Now, you're using technology because you want to avoid the hard work of selling or trying to convince people to buy your products. The technology allows you to no longer have to buy people's influence or buy their impact or buy their attention. What you do, you create products that sells itself over and over again. And the product sells itself because you understand what your prospect want and what your prospect willing to pay for. Because you understand that, you get to find much more prospects much faster and much easier. All right. That's what the technology allows you to do. Okay. Now, the process includes identifying a mass audience or a mass group of people who are searching for a solution which you can provide. Somehow you learn about this solution, you bring it to a particular level, and there are people looking for it, and you can provide it. We have to find out who those people are and how many of them are there around in different countries. You can also go through different tests to test your idea to find out, are there people who really need this? Do they really have this specific problem? And you could go through what I call it 3 niche test questions. All right. Then also in finding your correct niche, you need to now narrow your need down to the most possible buyers, which will bring you the best return on investment. Now, when I say narrow, for example, if there are a lot of people who have headache in the sun, okay, there are a lot of people who have headache in the sun, but then you can narrow that niche to, is it that they have headache in the sun at summertime, or there's certain time, or is it at autumn time, or is it a particular age group of people who have the problem, or is it people when they're coming from or going to a particular location? You have to narrow it down to find out which group will give me the most return on my investment. So that's narrowing niche, even in different categories. And then when you start doing that, you start creating what you call a customer avatar or ideal customer demographic. In other words, you should be able to describe your customer by the time you have your product fully launched. You can have test products, samples, different things happening. But when you are fully launching in the global arena, in the e-commerce technology system, you must be able to describe your customer. As a matter of fact, some of my coaches, what they do, they even give their customer a name, a make-up name. Say, my customer name is Jim, and Jim is like this, and this is how he functions and so forth. And that's because they have done the homework to actually find out what are the different lifestyle and cultural and challenging issues to make up the demographic of this person so they could give them a name and describe them, right? The customer in this e-commerce or technology economy is more important than your product. It's more important than your idea. It's more important than your expertise and your knowledge. The customers need, as a matter of fact, not just the customer, but the need that they have, the need that they want to pay to get relief from is more important than any product you have, regardless of how nice it is. If you want to create something that gives you, that relieve you from having to sell or having to run people down or having to find the customers or having to run down the money every day, you have to focus on that need. That's your aim. So when people ask you a question, what do? The focus is not so much creating a product. The focus is I relieve people of this particular ailment or this particular challenge that they have, or I bring people this particular experience that they're looking for. That allows you to get attention and get investors to grab you, right, and run you down. Okay. Now, there are two major types of products in this e-commerce technology. There are digital products and there are physical products. The digital products are products that you don't really touch with your hand, in terms of you don't touch the actual thing that you are consuming. What you do, you might touch the format, for example, a book or a video or an audio or an education program. It's digital, so you might touch the book or the CD or the flash drive or whatever it is, but the product that you're consuming, it's not physical. Then you have the physical products that bring relief also. Now, in working to bring the numbers from the technology into your business, for you to look at, we have created these planners. So this, what you're looking at here, is called a market potential assessment, and is used to pull together all the data of digital research or digital niche research using the technology. All right. So we're going to show you different technologies, and when you pull the data from the technology, from the results you can actually put them here, and then you can look at them and see the map and see your numbers and see your return on investment and say, okay, this looks better than this one. You can compare and you can know which one to focus on, which product to focus on, which you need to focus on, as a matter of fact. So this is a digital niche research planner, right? The other one is a physical niche research planner. This one is used a lot for people who sell physical products, especially on Amazon. Now, I have about 2 of these, right? This is a low-end one. There's a high-end one that so another company, and what it does, it pulls a lot of the numbers in, and then you get to see how the numbers add up, so you know which one will sell more, which one gets better results, and so forth. So these are planners that you use to put information in, and these are programs I share and train and use in my training program, in my business coaching program, to help people create or find the right need and then create the product for that need. All right. Now, when it comes to actual technology now, this is a technology that everybody uses, but not aware of how wonderful it is. For example, if you go to this Google SERP, which is really search engine results page, is really something that you see every day, but just that you don't pay attention. You might not pay attention to it. When you go to Google and you type in something, when you look at the bottom of the page, there are a list of other pages there at the bottom. Those suggested pages, which we like call suggested results, are what Google is saying, hey, the people who are searching for this is also searching for these items below here. Now, there's a way to use the results page, and that comes in the coaching process, how to use the coaching, and we'll go through 1 or 2 of them. All right, I'm just going to run through them, and then we're going to go to the site, to the website, and I'm going to just show you preliminary runs of how they're used. All right, so this is the Google search, using Google search results to find customers. And then there's Google Trends. The Google Trends here is showing you trend over years, trends in different countries, like what is happening, what is increasing in demand and what is decreasing in demand. So this Google trend, Google have all of this. So a lot of people are typing in information in Google, don't know that Google records what they type in. It records what you're searching for, and it adds it to others and show people, hey, there are 1,000 persons or 100 persons or 1,000,000 persons searching for this on a monthly basis or weekly basis. You can actually see that. You can even see over a year, over 10 years, over 5 years. Right? And Google Trends is something you can use to see how the trends are moving up and down around the world. All right, and that helps you also to create products and target specific customers in specific countries when we start dealing with marketing part. All right, there's this one now, Google AdWords. Now Google AdWords give you specific numbers and competitive numbers. So it give you volume as to how much people are searching for a product per month, but it also gives you how competitive the phrase or the term or the need is. In other words, if there are too many people supplying that need already, then it's too high. Unless you're going to spend a lot of money to break through the barrier of a lot of the people who are already selling that product or providing that service, it's best to start with something that's low or medium. In other words, the supply is very low. So therefore, there is need for more quality solution in that area. All right. So we'll go through Google AdWords or Google Keyword Tool or Keyword Planner, which is really the same thing. All right. Then there's one called Uber Suggest that works similar to Google AdWords. Very, very similar. It's just developed by another company. All right. So both of them, some people like Google's keywords, some people like Uber Suggest. Uber Suggest helps you, of course, to see little of the trends also. If you look at the kind of graph below, you see different things rising and falling. So it tells you what people are really searching for. All right. And then, of course, the difficulty, right, to actually find customers in that area. Okay. And then there is SEMrush, which deals with another high level of marketing system, but it also helps you to see, especially in the digital area, what words or phrases that people are really looking for, right? So SEMrush helps you that, but it also helps you to see the actual websites that are providing those services already, or those Facebook groups that are already providing these services, or sometimes Twitter or LinkedIn. It helps you to see the social media platforms that are providing them, and then how high or how low the supply is. All right. So this SEMrush is a very nice one to use. It's just that SEMrush is not really free. It's free just for a few days, but eventually you have to pay for it. All right. The others are free to use. Then there is this one that is also free, Facebook, which is one of the masters when it comes to niche research. Now, Facebook Insight specifically is a part of Facebook that the normal person is not aware of. Mostly online entrepreneurs are really aware of Facebook Insights. It's where Facebook collect all the data of all the users and put it together in nice formats like gender and age and lifestyle and preferences and interests and religious affiliation and age group and all kinds of, I mean, if you know the kind of things that Facebook know about you, you might stop using it. Right? People are not aware that Facebook records a lot of the stuff that you do and knows you more than sometimes your friends know you, what you eat, what you drink. I mean, it's just crazy. But entrepreneurs love Facebook Insight because it tells them what people on Facebook are looking for, what they're interested in, and what category they fit into. So they can actually describe their prospect or their customer down to detail. So when they advertise something, they know specifically who they're selling it to, so they don't waste money. All right. That's how sharp Facebook Insight is. All right. And then you have Helium 10. Now, Helium 10 is actually the biggest physical niche research product on the market. Now, to do specific research on physical products, like whether it's creams or food or clothes or anything like that, the needs of in those different physical products. If you have to do research, you can use several other tools. But if you use Helium 10, you cover all of it in this one big, what do you call a suite, with all these different tools. You're seeing product research tools and keyword research tools, and then you have ongoing maintenance tools to maintain your growth and your profit and so forth, and your funds. You have product launches, you have listing optimization. I mean, it have a lot of stuff that you could research using this one product, right? One of the things that a lot of people are not aware of is that a lot of most of the physical products that are really being sold are sold on Amazon, and of course something like some of them on eBay. What Helium 10 does, it does give you the full research in how to find out if your product will sell on Amazon, or how to tweak your product to sell on Amazon. Because what it does, it helps you first to find the niche, the needs that people have, fears, wants, the ambitions, the desires that they're searching for, and then you create your product around that need. Helium 10 allows you to create physical products along the needs of customers who are buying stuff from Amazon or buying stuff from eBay and so forth. All right. As I said, you could have used several different products. There are several other products I could have mentioned, but when you could get all of them in one place, why not? Helium 10 covers all of that. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the website now. I'm going to just introduce you to some of them and how they work and so forth. But the aim, as I say, is to really try to turn your knowledge, your expertise, your experience, things that you do into multiple streams of income, right? 5 or more streams of income. Now, for people who register or who want to be part of this, you get these free bonuses, which is really the niche intelligence report written by Mr. Evan. This gentleman was able to create a $100 million company with no office. And the products he sells, all of them are digital. No physical products. All are just training or coaching products. A $100 million business with his staff of about 50 persons are around the world, living in different countries. They meet maybe once a year, but everything is run online, right? And he runs this $100 million business from his home, from a room in his home. He just goes and he does his trading, have his meetings. That's it, right? That's the kind of level of living you can actually have when you use these products. Now, of course, Helium 10 have the ultimate guide to Amazon keyword research. You will get that also free of charge when you register for free consultation, of course. So this gives you how they actually do the research to find out what people on Amazon will buy and what they won't buy, or what will go faster, what will go slower, things like that. This was done this year. And of course, there's another book from Evan, which I'm giving away that free also. What I learned from selling $100 million of online products, right? These are experiences that you can learn from and gain from as we go through the different stages. All right. I'll pause for if Kerwin wants to jump in and before I go to the website. Kerwin, anything?
Yes, sir. I hope everyone really paid attention to the last minute. All right, because again, we just have an idea of business and we are trying to move folks into, all right, new business, which does not always have to equate to a whole bunch of staff and a whole set of overhead and, necessarily having to sell a physical product. All right. So this is great. And once again, I want to encourage you all even to join the real mastermind. All right. That group where, again, the goal is to help everyone achieve massive success. All right. So before Kevin goes on, and I know he will reiterate it, our goal for everyone in this group and those that would join the full mastermind group is not for you to become a small business owner. All right. We do not believe that small business is what is going to take Trinidad and Tobago forward and bring us to where we need to be. Right? You have very little influence, but you can start small. You could start with whatever you have. All right. But our goal must always be to get as far and as high as we could. And that's all I have to say for now. So, Kevin, yeah, man, wonderful training so far.
All right, good. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to change where I'm going to go now to the website. So you can now follow me to the internet, and you will see now how to actually use some of these products. I'm going to actually go over to the internet and actually going to look at some of them. All right. So let me just share back the website here. All right, I hope everybody's seeing. Let me see. Right, good. Right, so everybody's supposed to see the internet. So we're gonna do first the sharing of showing you how to use Google SERP, right? Search engine results page. So you go to Google and you type in now. One of the things you have to be careful about when you're searching for prospects, so you're doing niche research, always try to search in a question format. Put your searches in a question format in relation to a specific need. I know some of us are really interested or involved in the chocolate and cocoa industry. So you have to think of, okay, people who like chocolate, what are some of the benefits of chocolate or cocoa or whatever it is in that area? Is it waking up in the morning? What do you like? What do you like to drink and wake up in the morning? Or is it a romance area? Or is it a relaxation area? Is it health? So based upon where you want to focus on,
Kevin,
you can ask the question. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. Could I suggest we do something on organic fertilizers? Because
all right.
This is something I want to look into. So this would be a little practical. Again, I need to do some of my homework for me.
Wonderful. Good. Great. So I was looking for that. Somebody's asked a question. That way we get to use something direct that you're interested in. Good. I like that. So what you will do is ask the question like in relation to why would somebody want organic fertilizer? What they're looking for. And then you ask the question in relation to that. So it will be where can I find or how to grow my plants organically or with organic soil or in an organic way, right? So you'll type the question in a particular way in Google, right? So I will see how to grow my plants with organic soil, something like that, like or organic fertilizer. Could you even put the word? Right? Spelling problem here. I think I spelled that wrong. Yes, now. Right. So I asked a question like that. How to, what to, when to, if to, those kind of things. Why something happens, you lose those things as asked a question. Now what you do, you want to go to the bottom here, and then you lock down on the bottom, and you look at this list, search related. This is the search results pages you're talking about. Now they're going to give you different things related to it. And those pages going to have additional information, right? You could now click on these pages, right? And then open up again, right click on a new tab, right? That comes up with another list. But what you're looking for in each list, you see this first part here with this explanation, you want that. You also want to go down and see if there are additional questions inside here, just like they had on the page before. All right, sorry about that. You want to see these things here. All these people also ask. You want to go inside here, open it, and see somebody asking a question.
right? Open this one. You're seeing different information that people giving. All of that is good information. Because what it's telling you is telling you that people have been asking a question and somebody answered it. You could have a question or something that's different or more than what the person answered. And you could add, for example, if this person have 10 best organic fertilizers, you might have 15. You understand? Or they might have it just listed, but you could rank them. You may be able to rank them and show pros and cons better than that person. So those kind of things are areas that you can look at. Here are 8 of our favorite do-it-yourself fertilizers. Okay, suppose you have 10 or 12, or suppose you have a way where you could rank and show the benefits of these same fertilizers. But the idea is you're looking and seeing what people are providing based upon what people also ask, and you're going in there and then show what you could add value more than what is added or different from what is added already, right? So it brings your value up. It also makes you relevant to the people who are searching, all right, for these informations around the world, all right? And it could be any part of the world they're looking for it. But what you're seeing here is these are really pages that answer the questions that people ask, because people have been asking all the time, and Google have compiled the questions into different areas, link them to different pages or results, and then put them together. So you could find out what they're offering, and okay, do I have something better or a different slant to offer? That's going to create some kind of value. So this is very good information to look at. Pull up a lot of these together. Now what you do now, you take one of these questions, how to make organic liquid fertilizer, how to make organic fertilizer from leaves. Which one of these you think you'll be interested in to go further into? We could take this, whichever one of these, to a trend, to a further down research down the road. So let's say we go to Google Trends now and say, okay, organic. Now Google Trends, you're using short phrases, organic fertilizer, right? Organic fertilizer. You're doing a normal trend in Google Trends. So you can go to Google Trend, and you're trying to find out if people are looking for organic fertilizer. What is happening? Now, this here is a result over the past 12 months, but it's always better to go further, like years, 5 years and that sort of thing, to find out how a trend is taking place. Now, if you look, it's relatively straight, relatively flat. Even though it's going up and down, different times of the year, you realize, okay, something is happening here. April to May is going up here. May is going up here, right? April to May again, May again, May again. So you're seeing it's rising at certain times. So you want to know, you want to go further, find out why is it rising around April and May? That's very important to look at. You're seeing a trend. Now, this could be just taking place here in the United States. But what is nice is that sometimes you could change it and find out, okay, is this trend worldwide? So you could go to worldwide here over 5 years, and then you see the same trend again. It's going up same times, but look at it. It's not just in the US, right? June, I'll see some June here, some May, all right? May again, right? This is again May. If you look at the top here again, you're getting May again, right? April to May is in 19 to 25th. So that is important to realize. It's not going down, it's just going up and down. So it's not something that's going out of style. It's actually around still. It's like gonna last. All right. So that trend is very important. Now you could compare. What is nice about Google Trend, you could compare different things. You could say, okay, compare it with organic fruits, organic soil. Let's say organic soil. Compare it with organic soil. So you can actually compare two different things and see different trends. You see now where you have a chart, organic soil and organic fertilizer. You see what's happening here? Soil has more leverage than fertilizer. Look at that. All right. You could compare as much things as you want, but you're seeing the trend that is happening around the same time. But it seems like people might be more interested in organic soil than organic fertilizer. And you could go further down. Now, look at that. You could look at the countries that are interested, right? Australia, right? You have Germany, okay? You have, right? Iran, right? You have South Africa, right? You have Brazil. You see all these things happening. And then you have a list of them on the side here again. So you see how much you can actually look at in terms of this is organic soil, but down here is organic fertilizer. See who is interested. Russia, right? And a little bit, you're seeing the different shades of blue and so forth. These are things you can look at to know the trend. People around the world are looking for something, and you can actually find out which countries, right? How much are they looking for it, right? So those are good things to find out in Google Trends. And this is from people around the world going into Google, typing in questions or different phrases related to what you're looking for, and Google compiling all of that. You're getting results from Russia, from Australia. I mean, think about that. By the click of a button. This is $1 billion technology at your fingertips. In a second, you have access to information, right? That's how wonderful this is, okay? Now we can now take list of questions, or take your question, organic fertilizer, okay, we could go organic fertilizer, we could go organic soil, and we can research both of them by going to Google AdWords. Now, to use Google AdWords now, the only challenge is that you have to have a Google account, all right? If you don't have one, you won't be able to use it. But once you have a Google account, you can actually search Google AdWords, and you can go in and start researching further, finding information that you want. All right. So in here, what I will do, I'm copying the question into Google AdWords. All right. And if you look at the top right hand corner, if you have a Google account, you could sign into it. Just look for Google AdWords in Google, click on the link, get into it. Right. And what you do, you go to tools, right, and you come down to planning, and then you go to keyword planner. And the keyword planner will open for you to put the different questions you want. I'm going to search for both questions. Organic fertilizer and organic soil. All right. We could go ahead with this. So we are looking to discover new keywords. All right. And we could also go for search volume, anyone we want. All right. But let's go for a search volume for now. So we'll type in that. I'll just put organic fertilizer. I'll take out the liquid. All right, organic fertilizer. All right, and I'll put organic soil also. Organic soil. All right, and I'll get started and let Google search to find out, give me some results as to how people are looking for these things. All right. So we're seeing, these are just the groups. Okay, we are seeing here that only 0.83% or cents you need to use to actually get a click. If you put that on your website or on your page or something, that's all you'd have to pay to get clicks. The max cost per click you'll have to pay maximum is $3, which is very good. All right, that's just talking about volume, right? In terms of how people are, what people are willing to pay, right? Or Google are willing to pay for that. Also, what you could pay for it. Now, what you could do, you could go to keyword ideas now for the same things, and we're gonna go and back to the same thing. And we're going to put in the same thing we want, organic, or let's do it the other way. Let's go back to Google Planner, which is really easier for you. Simpler, go back to the discover your keywords, and let's go here. Here's where you could enter the keywords. That's even make it easier, which is tools, planner, keyword planner, and then you'll get this. And we'll type in both things, organic fertilizer, right? And the organic soil, right? Now you can put as much as you want here, as much different derivatives of the search. Type them in here, and then we click go down, gets results, and it's going to go around the world, find the people who are searching for it, and then bring back you the numbers. Now look at that. Keywords by relevance, it's a long list. It's a long list, right? As a matter of fact, 1,088 keyword ideas available. Also, it's showing you the average monthly search, which shows the average number of searches for these keywords and its close variance based up the month range, as well as the location and search network. I mean, look at that. So it's giving you the keywords related to it in a month that you choose, whichever month, as well as locations around the world if people are searching for it. All of that in one location. Now here on the competition, very important, it's showing you here in competition that the low means there is not too much or not enough websites or people or organizations or anything providing what the people are searching for over here. It means it's low. It's supplied between 10 to 100. Just organic fertilizer. But then that's not just organic fertilizer itself is not a need. You have to find out more what's in need. Now, here's what's nice about this. You could actually download the keyword ideas to your computer. The whole list. You can click on this, download the whole thing, right? And you could actually have that and view it as a spreadsheet, okay? So this allows you to look at everything that Google is bringing to you in a spreadsheet format, right? And that way it makes it easier for you. Now, I don't have Excel on this, but it's really important for you to get Excel. So you can search for all of this. But what is nice, you can actually go through these, right? Go through the whole list to find out where the people are. Now you can also click on monthly searches, and when you click on monthly searches up here, it changes the range in terms of how it's sorted. It's sorted differently. So if you want to sort it 0 to 10, right? 10 to 100. So you realize just by that word alone is not enough. You have to type in a question now. So let's go further and find out. You can go further and you can put in questions, right? Like how to make organic liquid fertilizer. Let's try that. Or how to make organic soil. Let's try that. All right, we're going now. These words before, we go into the questions now. Let's see what happens. So here is where you get basically the same thing. But the idea is you can actually find out how much people are searching for it. And you keep going, you keep going. You could take any one of these now, and then you could go further down and start searching to find out inside of there if there's anything. So you could copy something, how to make pan soil acidic, or how to make liquid seaweed fertilizer. You could copy that, put it up here, and add it. You could go back to your list and add it in there. All right? And keep going, and keep going, and keep going. That's something you can actually keep doing, because what it does, it pulls all information together. You can even take out what you had before and search one. You can delete what you had before, and you can search for one thing, go to search, and it goes. So all of this is at your fingertips in any particular area. And this is just Google. Now, let's try something else. Let's try Uber Suggest. All right, Uber Suggest, which is this similar program, as I said before. You go to Uber, just search for Uber Suggest on Google, and just click on the link, for the program and get into it. It's free. And you scroll down right? If you want more traffic, it's a whole system designed on traffic. How to get traffic to your page or to your funnel or to your Facebook page or to your any social media page. And you go in here and you go type in what you want, right? Let's search for fertilizer, how to make organic fertilizer, and we do a search again over here. You do the search, and it's going to do the same thing around the world. It's going to give you the numbers. All right. So you see numbers, 140 searches per month. It's saying the difficulty, it's very easy to rank for this term, right? And you can start small. That's okay. If you have to pay to get clicks, it's $2.15. So a lot of things, you can see the trend. This is Mr. Neil Patel, the gentleman who developed the whole program, right? Of course, as you go along, a lot of these things you learn about backlinks and domain score, but you don't need to pay attention to those things right now, right? That's another level altogether. But volume, 170 searches per month, and you see the volume, you see the months, how it's actually happening, the trend. So you see he's combining Google Trend and Google AdWords in one, right? Very helpful. And then you have additional terms going down. You're seeing the different searches, cost per click. You're seeing the trends, right? With the different volume going up. So different things you get to learn, different words, different terms that people are typing in and looking for. And you have different links, different places where they're looking for them, right? The Facebook page, the pin strip, and so forth. See how much people are interested in all of these things, like how to make fermented plant juice, right? How to use compost tea. So people are interested in these things. You see additional ideas, you know, okay, why are people interested in these things? Okay? All right? How to make your own organic fertilizer, things like that. So you see how much people are interested in it or not. So if people are interested in it and it's a lot, then you start to, okay, let me find out how, if they're willing to pay to learn how to do that sort of thing. All right? But these are some of the tools you use to find out about what people are searching for.
One question, Kevin.
Go ahead.
So what type of numbers are we looking at? Because on the screen here, so I'm seeing like 10, right?
Right.
Is that 10 as just 10 or 10 as in 10,000, or you know, what type of numbers people should look for?
No, these numbers are low because they're not dealing with a specific need. In terms of a real need, they're dealing with a product. Organic fertilizer is a product. So anytime you're looking for a product, your numbers will always be low. These numbers are low. You really want to look at numbers in the thousands. But to do that, you have to type in a need that somebody have. Why they would want organic fertilizer. What's the stress? What's the frustration the person's having? Why they will want to have them. When you talk about the stress or the food, for example, how do I plant my crops? How do I get plants so that I can eat without having certain ailments? How can I grow my own food with well-developed fruits or vegetables without using fertilizer? And but also help you to
something like healthy eating.
Illness, right? Some kind of health issue, but you have to deal with a health issue, a problem. If the organic fertilizer is just to go to plant, that's not enough. That's just still the product stage. You haven't gone to the need stage yet, because the need stage, the person who just want organic fertilizer, they really want a particular ailment or challenge that they have stopped.
But could we try putting in something else then in the search so that
Yes.
we could get an idea of what the high numbers would look like? Since
All right. So for example, how do I eat fruits that will not cause me to, or that will help me to build my immune system. How to eat fruits and vegetables to build my immune system, something like that. Those kind of things deal with a specific need because the person might be having flu often, having been sick often, you know. So you're dealing with the problem is the immune system is weak.
So could we type in then healthy foods to build immune system or something like
Right?
that?
How to grow healthy foods to build my immune system, right? Something like that. All right. Now it's long, but you're trying to find what are they looking for. Now this is just a start, but let's keep going. All right, that's 0, so that's definitely too long. All right, so let's make it shorter. How to build my immune system. Okay, let's deal with that. How to build my immune system. I hope I spell everything wrong, right? Because sometimes that's the problem. Okay, you see the numbers rising, right? You see the numbers different from what you had before. The 800, 700, 200. That's still rising, but we still need to go even further. How to build my immune system with vegetables, right? Or how to get fruit vegetables. That's what the brainstorming is. We're trying to figure out what to type in, and that's 0, so that's definitely not it. Okay. But the immune system, let's go back to Google, which actually helps us to get suggestions. For example, if I go here, so I go down to the bottom and find out, okay, how to boost your immune system naturally. Okay. So yeah, question like, have something like that. So you see, these help us. Then we go now to Uber Suggest, and we say, okay, how to boost my immune system naturally. Let's see what happens. Okay, you see what happening now? See the difference? 1,300. If you start looking at these numbers, you see it's different. We go back to Google and we try the next one. Now, inside of here now, I could search for something in here. How to boost my immune system naturally. How to boost, right, this is twice. How to boost, it's I keep repeating a lot. How to boost my children's immune system. So you have all of that going on there. Let's go further. What are some of the other things they have? Supplement, how to, because it doesn't have a question. Fruits that boost immune system. Let's see here. Fruits that boost immune system, and then we could go herbs that boost immune system. So we take that, put it into Uber Suggest or Google keyword, right? Both of them will give you those kind of thing. Because inside of this now is where you now bring the organic thing when you're creating the product for the immune system. All right, so that's a little lower than what we had before. So let's go to the other one that we had, which was, let's try herbs. How to boost, okay, look at this one. Immune system boosting foods. Too much. I don't want all that. Normally we collect it and we put it inside the planner. Yes, no. What am I doing? Immune system boosting foods. So go back to Uber Suggest again. Immune system boosting food. Look at this. 6,600. That's general overall. So we go down and find terms. It seems like it's only 2 of them. Immune system boosting foods for children. Or let's ask a question. How to boost the immune system? How to boost the immune system of my children? Let's try that. Or we could say that, how to boost my children's immune system. You could turn it around. Let's see the results. Let's see, and then we'll just turn it around. How you ask the question is important also. And this is just these. Come on. All right, so this might not be very high. Wow. Yeah, this is taking too long. How to boost my children's immune system. All right, so that's not very high. It is going lower. We can even go back to the same organic, how to get my children to eat. I never think of that, but I don't want to skip over what we're looking at, but I want to try something, how to get my children to eat organic, to eat natural food, something like that. How to get my children to eat natural food or natural snacks. Which one? She has to eat vegetables. To eat vegetables. All right, what about that one? Now that could be linked to organic fertilizer, organic soil. Yeah, it's along. Yeah, it's not going up. That's still not a thing. But I'm going to try it in here. Let's do that over. Let's try this. Let's see what happens. Yeah, this is still not yeah, that's too low. So we have to keep playing with these rules. We have to keep playing with the questions. But
So
I want to get the idea.
Testing.
Yeah, I want to get the idea that you have to keep testing, working with those questions. So you want to get those numbers right before you move forward. You want to make sure you're asking the questions right. You want to get into different questions. And you see, this what this does here. This gives you different questions you could ask. All right.
Right. Kevin, we have a question from Natalie.
Right.
Which is, how do you differentiate scientific data from information? Because everyone is an expert. Well, I think this is really different here. What we're doing here is really just looking to see what people are searching for.
Yeah, that's all.
Get a better idea as to what is a particular product, a particular service that could meet specific needs. So it's not really trying to validate.
No, not yet. Not yet. No. Very good. Yeah, very good. Not yet. Here is just trying to find out what people are searching for. One of the challenge with the intellectual community, and I always smile because I work at the university. I'm always smiling because I'm just laughing at the whole idea. Is that they tell the students, don't take on Wikipedia or Google, right? Get scientific data. What they don't get is that the students live in a different world. The focus is not on the answer. The focus is on the need. Until they deal with the need, the answer is irrelevant, because a lot of the people who are buying the products don't really know the difference until they buy the product. So what happened though, the people who have the scientific products or scientific data, or the real, true result, true real product, the problem is that they don't know how to search for the need. So they're focused on marketing their product. And therefore, they don't get the people to buy the product because they're focusing on selling the product. And people are trying to solve their need. They're not trying to buy a product. They're really trying to get the answer of, how do I solve my headache? How do I get rid of this headache when I walk into the sun, when I come from gym or whatever it is. They're trying to find that. And if you don't find that question and how much people searching for that question and then get in front of them, you can have the best product. As they say, McDonald's have the worst burger. But hey, is that the taste of the burger people are interested in? Is the experience of being in McDonald's. So that's what our intellectuals and people who have good products have to understand. You have to change the way you market your product from focusing on the product to find out how much people are looking for a pain and a frustration that they have that my product could solve. And then I need to get in front of them. So the focus is not on the product. The focus is when I need to find you who have this problem. So that's why we're searching for the questions to try to find out what people are searching for. Then we can validate, deal with quality and all that sort of thing after.
So
Right.
if I could give 2 quick examples.
Yeah.
When you think Kellogg really started with the brother who was the scientist, right? He's the one who invented the whole idea of what we call cereal, cornflakes, right? But the one who really built the Kellogg company that we know and the world knows was the unscientific brother,
Yes.
right? Because the sales is something totally different from a product you have. Our next example, Kevin, was our attendance at the World Cocoa and Chocolate event that they had. Now, when you look at everyone at the booth, it was filled with all kind of goodies, all kind of nice stuff. I mean, our booth just had 4 flyers.
Yeah.
That was our booth, 4 flyers. But we got invited to the radio interview today because somebody saw a flyer that it spoke to something very specific, right? So it's not just, okay, I might have a good idea. And as entrepreneurs, believe me, we have lots of good ideas. And in our mind, every one of them feels like a winner until we actually put it to the test.
Yes.
And it's not that your idea might be a bad idea. It's just that because not enough people are looking for this particular thing that you have to go forward with that idea, you would have to be doing to push it, to sell it, right? As opposed to getting something that already attracting people, right? So the effort to really get it sold is not really on you having to do all that work, like you're almost trying to convince people to buy it.
Very good, very good. And we also got invited to meet with CDCTT. Right? So that's 2 big things
That came out of that.
Right? And we had no chocolate selling.
No chocolate.
No chocolate products, no anything. What we did have, however, and this is what I encourage people, what we try to do is look at the problem. So even on the interview today, when they're asking, well, what do you think about all the problems in the agriculture industry? And we laughing because problems are the playing field of the entrepreneur.
Yes.
It is our ability to solve problems that makes us great. Right? So when we see problems as a problem, we're not really dealing with entrepreneurship, right? The more problems there are, the more opportunities there are for entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Wonderful. Very good. As a matter of fact, as I'm thinking cocoa coffee, I'm thinking about the health benefits. People ask questions. How do I eat my chocolate and still stay healthy? There's a question. I mean, how do I enjoy the pleasure?
Next question here quickly, Kevin.
Yeah.
If your business provides a service, how do you research that? Plus, Wikipedia gives a starting point for your research and good references. But if you in a niche market, then won't your customer base be small?
Right. Small has to do with no longer local demographic. Size no longer have to do with local demographic. So when you give me a number, I have to ask the question, where have you searched? How far have you gone? Have you properly done global search? Because you could be living here and in Trinidad and Tobago, and none of your customers in the Caribbean. And you have 10,000 customers. That is possible. So when you tell me, you only give me a number, a size, I have to ask you a question. Where have you searched? Where have you gone? Where have you looked to find out who have the need? Because it's not, remember again, I'm going back, who have the need which your product solves. Because the customer is not interested in your product. The customer is interested in getting the pleasure or the experience or the relief. And if your product is the one that brings it, they want it. But how do you find them? How do you connect to them? And that's where the marketing part has to do with.
If I could add something there as well, Kevin, the example that you always give with Eben,
Yes.
I think is the Wake Up Productive.
Wake Up Product, yes.
Right. Sometimes we may have a particular product or service, right? And so we are working that, okay, we're running with that. But in searching and doing this aspect of it, what you may find is that there might be something else that you are able to deliver that you did not think of, right? Or an aspect of your service that could meet the needs of another community that you never really looked at. So Kevin, if you could give the story on how Eben came up with his Wake Up Productive.
Right. So what he did is that because he did an ebook on dating, and then he started doing and building this business online using a dating product. And then he realized a lot of people checking in and how did you get a book to sell online and to make this kind of money online? And he invited everybody to come to this marketing training. And in the marketing training, he asked the question, what kind of problems are you all having? That's the group of people who were present, asking them, what kind of problems are you all having? What's the number one problem you all are having in building your business online? And he was trying to find out, he was thinking that they would say, well, okay, selling, getting customers, reaching the class. He was thinking that maybe those are the answers they will give. The number one answer that they gave was, they can't find the time. There's too much distractions. They're so busy, things happening left, right, and center. And he couldn't believe that was the answer. He realized, you mean you have enough time? You have your own business? Or you mean you have and he realized that a lot of people, they run their own business, but what is happening is that the business owned them and dictated their pace and was distracting them. They couldn't finish things on time. They were getting disrupted, phone calls, this meeting, somebody wants something, and they couldn't get things done that they planned to do. And when he started researching and asking them further questions inside of that time management, is he realized the problem wasn't time management. The problem was they didn't know how to be productive, how to get several things done one time, in 1 hour or in 2 hours, how to get much more done with less time. They didn't know how to do that. So he went and he started researching and he started practicing different skills on productivity and different levels of productivity. And he developed this program called Wake Up Productive. And it sold more than all his other programs, right? Tens of millions of dollars, this program. And the cost of the program is 5,000 US. But it came about because he asked a question in a group training on building business. And he wasn't looking for that. He was thinking that some kind of sale or managing the money or stuff, And they came up with the answer they gave us. Time. They're having problems managing their time. And because of that, he didn't go and create something on sales or create something on marketing. He created something on how to be more productive because that was the problem.
And this is why even with HomeGrown, you find we keep asking questions. Now, especially for those of you, I'm assuming, Natalie, you may fall into this category, who already have clients, right? You already in business and you offering your service. One of the best things you could do with the clients you already have is ask them questions.
Yes.
What else, what else are you interested in? What are some of the challenges that you have? And in asking questions, what we are doing is we are now allowing them to tell us what is on their mind, right? as opposed to us trying to give them something that we want. Because remember, what could happen is you could define yourself by your business or by your service. Well, I am this, right? And when you, so this is what you keep trying to push. But when you keep interacting with people, which really is where business is today, right? Back in the industrial age, it was about you creating the product and pushing that product to the market. Now, business is more about finding out from the market what their needs are. What are they looking for? Sometimes you find it out without they even recognizing that this is something that they really need. But it is still much more about asking questions. And you might find, even as we talk about multiple streams of income, this is where this happens. Because one more thing I want to put in here quickly, right? It is much more expensive to get a new customer. The real bulk of your business is always going to come from the customers you already have. So if you just have one service to provide to your customers, then that's just one revenue stream. But the more you interact with your clientele, the more you interact with your circle, you might realize there are 3 or 4 other needs they have that you could meet, right? And this now adds to your ability to generate revenue. But if we are not communicating and finding out from them, then, you know, we could be leaving lots of money on the table.
Yeah. So true, so true.
All right. Well, it is now 9:17, and this training is really supposed to be an hour, right? Now, so Kevin, what you could do is just give us a brief of what the next session is going to focus on and what day, because we want to really try and get this training wrapped up in about seven weeks, and it is a lot of information. And again, as we said, we would be recording. So for those that miss a session, we would make the link available.
Okay. Now, what I go, if you all want, I can do, I am available for the week around the same time, but you all can tell me which day. I could continue within this research because there's some of the technology that we haven't looked at. We could do another session to continue the others. And then the next after that is marketing.
All right, so we could use the rest of this week for the niche research. How much more days you think you need to?
One day, yes.
Well, for those of you that are here, what you all think about Wednesday? And you could anyway, you all could unmute yourself and talk to us now, eh?
Yes.
What do you think about Wednesday? Let me call some names. Aisha, you were here first. So what, will Wednesday be good for you? Same time?
Okay.
Aisha is yes, no problem. Wednesday is good for Aisha. What about Natalie? Natalie, you had some very good questions to ask. Will Wednesday be good for you? Zane, Dara, talk to us. Let's see if Wednesday will be good for our next session, and then next week we'll be moving on to marketing. Aisha is busy looking at trends. Right, well, okay, so Wednesday looks like it will be good for Dara as well. Right, yes, I will send a reminder. You don't have to worry about that. All right, well, I think we could safely go with Wednesday to wrap up the niche research. And again, if you all have questions, because I know this was some good info to absorb, you can ask the questions in the WhatsApp group, right? And we can even address some of those questions before the next session. Okay, so we're aiming at Wednesday, this Wednesday at 8 p.m. for part 2 and to wrap up niche research, right? Okay, so Kevin, any closing remarks?
Well, there's some people who ask some questions. I want to make sure that want to continue the discussion, how they want to continue it, if it's in the group or how they want to do it. Did you get the question answered? If not, I could still clarify and still confirm to make sure that people are satisfied with the answers that they get.
Right, well, we could continue the discussions in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, good.
Right, yeah.
All right, wonderful. All right, so ask the questions in the group and still over again, and then I could always we could always give an answer. All right, to those questions. I see some questions that I'm not sure if people are satisfied with the answers.
Okay, great. All right, everyone. So on behalf of HomeGrown Solutions, on behalf of SITS, Sandy's Innovative Technology Solution, we want to thank you all for being here with us for this training. All right, continue to share the link for Wednesday, invite more people to come on board. This is very valuable information regardless of the industry you are in, whether it's agriculture, whether it's marketing, whether it is finance, right? Whether you are an artisan like Aisha, okay? No matter what industry, this information will help you build a strong business. Okay, folks, so you all have a wonderful evening and see you all again Wednesday. And remember, ask all questions in the WhatsApp group and let's continue the discussion there. Okay, folks.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.